Greetings, dear viewers! I am Building Block, and today we're concluding our look at the LEGO City space sets. These are the Polybag sets and more. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, and all you beautiful Technicolor people in between. This is the last video review for the City space sets released between 2024 and 2025. Not counting the other space sets for the Technic and Friends lines, we're down to the Polybags and a couple of extra pieces. To those that don't know, Polybags, which are now transitioning to paper bags, are smaller sets in their respective lines. Commonly sold in most retails like Walmart and Target, but if you were to go to your local LEGO store, they're actually given away for free as bonuses when you make a certain purchase amount. Some Polybags are also given away as rewards for Insider Points, LEGO's own rewards program. And given that these Polybag sets are super small compared to the main sets, I figured I could put them together in one review. Plus some extra pieces, cause, well, when else am I going to have the chance to talk about them? Starting off, we have the Space Hoverbike set, which includes a minifig, a rock piece with crystals, and the hoverbike. The astronaut minifig is actually the same smiling lady with the earpiece we saw back in the Command Rover and Space Base review, so we can move on. The rock piece is just a dark orange slope brick on a dark tan wing plate, with a couple of purple crystals. Very simple, but a good nature setting piece. Then there's the hoverbike, and it's a nice little build, similar to the ones we've seen in the Science Lab and Space Station reviews. It's got this funky looking asymmetrical layout in the front, with a couple of translucent pieces for lights, and this dark gray piece, maybe as some kind of camera. In the middle is where the figure sits, and instead of the usual translucent blue tablet, it has this tiny 1x1 round tile with a bar as a joystick for controls. And at the very back is a single cylinder battery on a jumper tile. Though if you want, you could take a double cylinder battery pack from the other sets and place it here. On the sides are these thrusters with silver grills for intakes and a couple of translucent orange pieces for flames. These thrusters are also on a friction swivel each, so you can adjust them as you like. Very simple, very nice. Next is the Space Science Mech set. Included are the minifig and this mech. The minifig is another returning character. This time it's the relaxed goatee guy from the Command Rover and Space Base review, just without the science backpack. The science mech is a nice and simple build. It's significantly smaller than the construction mech that I reviewed before. The design is less reminiscent of the prawn suit from Subnautica, like the construction mech was, and more resembles a slimmed down version of the power loader from Alien. The front has these black arm pieces holding up the blue tablet for controls. These arms can swing out to let you place the astronaut minifig via these studs back here. Then you just swing the arms back up and you're ready to go. On the back is a single cylinder battery on a jumper tile, and just like the hoverbike, you can replace this battery with a double cylinder variant. Articulation wise, the shoulders are on ball joints, elbows are on hinges, which is a step up compared to the construction mech, and the pincher claws are on hinges, so you can pick up items like the crystals from the hoverbike set, and ball joints at the hips and ankles. Funnily enough, despite being smaller and simpler compared to the construction mech, the science mech has a bit more posability, allowing for more dynamic posing, but not by much. Still pretty good. And that concludes the Polybag sets. Now for the more portion of this video. In each LEGO store there's this stand called the Build-A-Minifig station, where customers can come up and pull out pieces to make up to 3 minifigs with accessories for $9.99 plus tax. So why do I bring this up? Well, that's because these stations have exclusive pieces that are only available for a period of time. And between 2024 and 2025, they had the torso and leg pieces for the suits, as well as exclusive pieces relating to the space line. said pieces are not available anywhere else. Not the main sets, not the Polybags, and not even in their Pick-a-Brick site. So, first off, we have the torso piece. And yeah, it's the diagonal color scheme we saw back in the Modular Galactic Spaceship review. Only this one is reddish orange with black and white sleeves. Interestingly, this piece actually came out before the Galactic Spaceship, so this was the first torso designed to homage the Futuron minifigs. But just as I said in the review, I'm not too thrilled with the layout. It's got even less color now, though this does bring an interesting question. As I said in the construction mech review, each color represents a different role. Blue for the pilots and scouts, yellow for the engineers, and green for the science officers. The gold astronaut we saw in the space review, I theorized was the commander in charge of the mission. So, what does reddish orange represent? Again, this piece was exclusive to the Build-A-Minifigure stations. It didn't come in any of the main sets. So, there's no context clues to work with. My best guess is that the reddish orange doesn't have a specific role. It's just a simple generic crew member that's there to assist the others. Like a space cadet. But that's just my theory. Next is the chest armor. And I gotta say, I like this armor piece. It's got these shoulder pads that widen the profile, 2 studs on the back that let you plug any accessories, and I like the space logo on the front. Though I think the chest plate works best on the previous suit design than the newer ones. The armor ends up covering most of the color and clashes with the asymmetrical design, whereas with the older suit design, it covers the top white armor, so you're covering one armor design in exchange for a sturdier one, all the while leaving this colored intricate pattern exposed. And again, I really like this armor. Lastly, we have this alien head and antenna cap. Now, I'm not 100% certain this is connected to the space line, but since the main line does have alien figs, the timing is just too perfect to not be the case. So, I'm counting it. Anyways, it's a nice alien face with this muzzle and these little bits hanging over the sides of the mouth. The antenna cap is made of this soft rubbery material, so you don't have to worry about snapping the antennas off. And you can of course place the cap on the head to complete the look. Sadly, this cap doesn't work with the other alien head. The eye placements differ between them, and the cap was intended for heads with 2 eyes, not 3. So it partially covers the eyes on this head. Now, as you notice, it's just the head with no body. That's because at the time there was no alien body to go along with it. So presumably you're meant to put this head on an astronaut body as a sort of companion. But that doesn't stop you from putting it on any minifig's body. Overall, I like these last sets. They're simple builds and make for good companion pieces for the main sets. And that's pretty much it. That's all the City Space sets as of recording this. And I enjoyed reviewing them. I enjoyed the theme and engineering, and I especially love how you can connect each set. I hope LEGO keeps this modularity system for future releases. And these past several months have been a good exercise after a long hiatus. And don't worry, I plan to do more reviews in the future. For now, that's all I have. But I'll catch you guys next time. Take care, and remember to have fun.